mic is muted. Da-da. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of To a Woman's Heart, where we uplift, motivate, encourage, and empower women. Look, I'm hot right now. These lights are hot. But tonight, it's Tuesday. We highlight women in business. We have plenty of conversations on Wednesday. Make sure you follow us on all our social media outlets. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, TikTok. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out the website. And for those ladies who have businesses, as we experienced on yesterday with the 4-hour shutdown of Facebook, there is a social media outlet out there just for you. It's called number 2, a woman's heart.org. So if you are a woman and you have a business and you want to network, brand your business, and share life moments, there is a social media outlet just for women. It's number 2, a woman's heart.org. All right. So tonight I have Linda Barker, the CEO and founder of Sisters of the Hood. And we're doing this live stream because we need to create the awareness in our communities. We need to know what's going on in our communities, and we need to become a part of the solution. We know there are problems out here, but we need to have the solutions to the problems. So I'm going to let Linda introduce herself. And then we will move forward after that. So, Linda, take your time and introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Linda Barker, founder of Sisters of the Hood, who's graduated to a seasoned citizen. So now I'm a seasoned diva. And I've been in the social services for over 50 years. I started out as a caseworker. I walked out on my faith and my passion and generated Sisters of the Hood. And our mission is to provide a holistic approach to self-sufficiency to our underserved population. And by doing that, we network with other agencies, we utilize our resources, we make it do what it needs to for you. And today we're here to discuss a serious issue, our prison system. I'm a victim of the justice system. Right now, as I sit before you, I am serving a 90-year sentence. My sentence has been in Statesville prison for over 20 years, okay? We let things like this stay embedded in us with hopes that it'll work itself out. But now I feel like it's time for our voices to be heard. I know I'm not the only individual that's going through this dilemma or this situation. I know that there are others that might even have worse stories than mine. But my biggest concern tonight is the fact that Statesville has no water.
Okay, let's pause for a second, because you say you are a victim. I'm not a victim, but you've been a part of the system for how many years?
20 years.
Okay, so as a mother, reaching out to mothers that's listening, that may be sitting in this seat right now, how do you feel sitting in that seat?
I feel defeated. I feel like my purpose is non-existent. I feel a void because for 20 years, my life has been stagnated.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what it would be like, but I can only hope that the other mothers that might be going through the same thing I'm going through, that we come together.
So on a day-to-day basis, dealing with what you're dealing with, how do you manage to keep the strength and to deal with what you're dealing with and then still fight at the same time?
Well, you have to be a fighter and you have to believe in prayer. I have a series of prayer warriors that work with me, that help me through the changes and the things that I have gone through. And prayer works. Believe me, prayer works. And then you need to have a strong faith. Without faith, you can't do anything. So, with my faith and my prayers that go up, that's where my strength comes from. I know that there's a God. I know that He will do what needs to be done. And I just walk out on it.
Okay. So, how did you end up starting sisterhood? What was your motivation? What did you see that was lacking?
A void in the system that's set up for us, people of color. There's a void. We were not being forced to do better. So I had to do something quick because I was working as a caseworker and I wasn't helping the families that I was working with. So I walked out on my faith and started my program and did life skills and financial literacy to help them with their struggles.
Okay. So now to get to present times and present conditions, as you were stating earlier, there is a situation that you are passionate about that's happening in Statesville, correct?
Correct. It's not just Statesville, it's Hillsborough and a couple of the other prisons that are facing the same um, void as Statesville.
Okay. And the issue that is happening at Statesville, the really big issue that is very concerning is what?
Water.
So, what's happening with the water? Kind of break that down.
Okay, there's no water on the commissary list. They're giving water to them in bags, and it's just unhealthy. I mean, you get a 32 ounce bag of water every 3 days. How is that helpful to a person that has illnesses and need water to survive?
Okay, so when you say 32 ounces, so there are 8 ounces in a bottle of water. So they're actually getting 3 bottles of water a week.
3 bottles of water every 3 days.
Every 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so the concern is, how did you become aware of this concern?
My son and others call me. I mean, I do have linkages in other prisons, and I work with them to maneuver their paperwork through the system. So they call me and let me know the things that they're going through.
Okay, but what happened with your son that was really alarming to you that made you want to start a campaign for water?
My son was rushed to the hospital, must have been about 3 weeks ago, and they found out that he had a peptic ulcer and he was dehydrated. So, with that being said, as a mother, you're going to do what you can, for your children. And then you steady getting other calls from other inmates um, stating the same thing. They don't know what to do. Some of them got really sick. So somebody had to do something.
Okay, so I want everybody to understand. We all know that water is a very important part for everybody, especially those who are sickly. And I don't care whether they are innocent or guilty, whatever it may be. They are still human beings,
Yes.
and they should be treated as such. Now imagine that Linda is sitting here, that she's been on this ground doing foot patrol for a long time, since 2003. Just imagine you being a mother and you're getting a phone call that says, and not from the people inside, but you're getting a call from somebody else telling you that your child has been rushed to the hospital, and then you find out that there is lack of water.
Yes.
There's no water. And then the other side to that, the signs are up saying that you can't drink water out of
The faucets.
the faucets because the water is brown. There has been other inmates that said it smelled like pee, it smelled like feces. So here is the question, and here is the awareness that we're creating tonight, which is Linda's bringing up valid points that we should consider. And some people say, well, why should we care? Why shouldn't you care? Nobody should be treated in that manner at all.
Until it hits your door, then you will feel the impact of it. It might be a nephew, it might be a niece, it might be a third cousin once removed and now brought back.
Right.
They're still human beings.
Or a husband.
And they have rights. I mean, you know, what is this about? The new slavery? Is that the way they're going to keep us under control? You know, it brings to mind a lot of questions as to why is this happening? The state should not be broke. They have funds for the different prisons. They have funds for. What are they doing with the money? That you can't give water to the inmates.
Okay.
And then when you buy the water on commissary, it's 3 times as high as it is on the street.
So that means they're upcharging.
They're upcharged. They upcharge everything. Everything.
They do. That is inhumane treatment, Yolanda.
Yes. And then it's affecting the family because the family is trying to maintain helping their family members. So they're going to take something away from what they're doing to survive to help their family member.
So it puts them in a financial hardship.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
So that within itself, because a lot of people put up their houses, they put up a lot of things, and then we really need to understand how the system works. We really need to understand how the system works. Who plays the most important parts? So tell them about your water campaign.
My water campaign is we're trying to at least take 16 pallets of water to 3 different prisons. We're going to divide it up between the prisons. We're going to ask for some type of validation that that the inmates get the water.
Okay.
Most important.
And what is the days of drop off? Where's the location? Who can they contact?
They can contact the West Section at 141 South Troy and drop off the water from 11 to 1. Mr. Eugene will be there to accept the water, sign that you left the water, or you can make a monetary donation to our PayPal account for the water. When you make a monetary donation, please put on the donation water.
Okay, what are the drop-off days?
The drop-off days, he did not specify.
Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday and Friday. The location where you can drop off water is West Section, 141 South Troy. Donation drop-off days is Tuesday and Friday. The hours that you can drop off water is 11 to 1. You can email westsectionclub@gmail.com, and you can call 312-259-8185. If you have any questions and you want to collaborate with Linda on the conditions that's happening in Statesville, you can send an email to Sisters of the Hood 312@gmail.com, or you can call her at 773-858-4453. Okay? This is something that's very important. And again, we're all about helping. We're all about highlighting women
and making changes.
But we got to understand everything in our life and our surroundings are not hunky-dory. We got to understand that we have issues, but where are the solutions to the problems? There are mothers out here who are clueless as to the first steps they can take to help those individuals behind those bars. And it is inhumane treatment to treat any individual like an animal.
That's true.
and not provide them with proper water, not provide them with proper food. Got a message to
Medical care is
got a
most
message
important.
today from a young lady that we end up meeting through a Zoom meeting we had with the Jack Advisory Board. And she told me to listen to this recording. And in the recording from an inmate on the inside, when he described the treatment and the lack of water, when he described that they have to bathe in it, they have to brush their teeth in it, they have to drink it because they don't have any other water, and that the water is brown. When he described those who are working in the kitchen is come back and telling them that they don't have adequate amount of food inside those facilities. And then when you see it on the news media that somebody died, or they make it seem like they killed themselves or they hung themselves, that's not.
Well, now it's COVID.
Or now
Everybody's
it's
dying
COVID.
of COVID.
Everybody's dying of COVID, but that's not the case. And if it is only our people, I want you all to understand it's only our people. 90% per Kim Fox statistical data. 90% in our prisons is black and brown. That means less than 10% is white. And per her statistical data, 50% of those individuals that are in there are innocent.
Yes.
And so this leads me to my next thing that Linda is working on. And that is?
We're working on the project to bring forth a round table. This round table will give us the opportunity for our voices to be heard. This round table will allow us to face the powers that be and challenge them on the things that they're not doing, the things that we need done. Now's the time for our voices to be heard. We've sat back long enough and let things go as they go. Let's face it, we're in new slavery. And the only way we can break this is that we come together, we discuss our issues, we put them on the table, and we make them accountable to bring us responses back with regards to our issues.
Okay, so what are you titling your round table so everybody can know?
The hope for voice, the
voice
of hope. I'm sorry.
Voice
the
for
voice
change.
for change. Forgive me, I got a lot on me.
Voice for change. And so let everybody know what are the topics of your round tables. You have 4, correct?
Yes, we have 4 round tables. One is dehumanization, one is excessive sentencing, and one is for the wrongful convictions, and one is for accountability.
Okay. So you're asking that every entity that has the authority to make a difference will be a part of these round tables.
We're asking them to come and be a part. And we would like for this to go on a monthly basis, whereby we can get some answers and we can get some things done. They have a new law that Kim Fox has created a committee to look at the excessive sentencing of cases. We want to push those cases. We want to put those cases not on the date on the desk in the corner, but on the desk in front of her.
Okay, so how has the process been thus far? Have you made any progress in getting it in
Well,
front?
thus far, I've just formulated the actual format, the platform. I've targeted the individuals that I want to bring to the table that I feel will be resourceful at the table. I'm working with now taking stories about what people have gone through, or what people are facing today, or what some people have lost family members inside the prisons. They might have issues and concerns, and what we're trying to do is create a volume to be able to present each month a set of questions that need to be answered and responses made.
and solutions.
Yeah,
We need
we
solutions.
definitely need the solutions.
Very much so. Okay, so if somebody want to collaborate with you, what can they do?
They can call me or they can email me.
Okay, what is your
My
email?
email is sistersofthehood312 at gmail.com.
And your phone number?
773-858-4453.
You may know somebody who's dealing with these situations. It may not be you. It may not be you. But you may know someone who is dealing with these situations and they need some direction. They need to know that there is somebody that understands what they're dealing with. And even though this platform we do motivational, encouraging, and inspirational things, we still know there's an other side. And we still know that there are some things that we need to deal with and we need to address. We can no longer allow things to be swept up under the rug, because as we see it affect us more than it affect anybody
Anybody
else.
else, right?
And we've seen with the protesting and all these things. And I'll say this, as I've said on all my other platforms, that we have to realize as people, we are the employers of our elected officials. They are the employees. And as you know, when you work for a company and you are the employee, you have to work and follow the company rules. So I'm not understanding why we as people don't understand that every elected official that asks for our vote and we give it to them, that we allow them to just sugarcoat and do what they want to do, because that's not how it is. We are the employer because they need our vote to get in the seat. So without our vote and without the percentage of our vote, they cannot adequately sit in the seat.
Well, that's why we're asking the policymakers to stand with us and listen to our voices, hear our cries, take consideration as to what can be done. The Accountability Act, that's not a law, it's an act.
Mm-hmm.
But how many people are incarcerated under the Accountability Act?
Mm-hmm.
These things need to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
The excessive sentencing, where an individual gets 60 years for 4 counts and 30 years for 1 count. Is that right? Is that something that we can wrap around and say, okay, this is justice? No, it's just us. It's just us that is done to. And it's time for us to lock arms and create a team. And for those that don't know what team means, it means together everyone accomplishes more.
Okay.
And we can't do it alone. We need to come together. Small organizations that are fighting the same fight, come to our table. Let us come to your table. But we need to come together. As long as they keep us divided and we're fighting in different areas, we're never going to get anywhere. That's where we are today. We're individually, groups fighting the same cause, but over in their area, or that's their platform. It's all of our platforms. It belongs to each and every one of us of color.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to come together to make this happen. We need to lock arms, make our voices heard. If I speak lightly and Renee speaks loud, our voices together will be heard.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my plight. Let's do this. Let's show them that we as people of color can come together. You know, we haven't in the past, but it's time now.
Okay. All right. So, what would you say to a mother being on the platform that you represent, because you work with ex offenders? You've been in and out of IDOC, in and out. So, what would you say to a mother right now who is sitting and who may watch this on replay, that she feels like she can't face tomorrow, she don't have no hope, and she just want to throw up her hands? What would you say to her?
I would say to her, wake up, wake up, stand up. It's time for you to be accountable. Own up to your hurt, own up to your pain, and let somebody else work with you with your pain, because you're not alone. You're not in it by yourself. So please don't feel like it's a lost cause, because it's not a lost cause. I stand on Jeremiah 33:3. He said, call on me and I will show you great and mighty things. And I call them every day. Every time I get a call from one of those correctional facilities, I call on them. Show me, Lord. Show me the way. And this is what he keeps telling me. Do the round table.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the concerned family members to the table to discuss their issues with the people in charge, with the people responsible. Let's make them accountable for what they've done to us.
Okay, so this is a part of what your organization stands
This
for.
is what we stand for.
Okay,
We
so
get in the trenches with them. We
so
don't care.
you can check out the website, sistersofthehood.com. That is SISTAS of the hood.com. Sisters of the hood.com. Is there anything else?
I just encourage each and every mother, auntie, cousin, brother, sister, stepmother, everybody that has an issue with the justice system. Let's change that just us. Let's give it back. Let's make them accountable for what they've done to us. I know I am. I'm going to fight until I can. I have no fight. That's all I have is my fight. And I stand strong in my fight. So I'm asking you guys, you come on down. Let's put this together. Give me a call, 773-858-4453. Let's make this happen. It's our family members that have been deprived, that have been dehumanized, that have excessive sentencing. Let's find out a way we can make them judges accountable for that excessive sentencing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find a way that we can make those prosecutors accountable for the wrongful convictions. We need to come together, wake up, realize just cause you on the south side and I'm on the west side, we going through the same thing. It's nothing but block streets in between us. There's social media, there's telephones, there's ways and means that we can make this happen. So I'm encouraging, come on out. I don't beg, but I'm saying, please understand. This is the time for us to be responsible to making them accountable.
Okay. All right. So listen, the water campaign again, you can donate cases of water, however you want to do it, monetary. You can drop the water off at West Section, 141 South Troy. Drop off days are Tuesday and Friday. The time is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Or you can email wexsectionclub@gmail.com. You can call them 312-259-8158. So I have something I want to say. We all know that this is breast cancer awareness month, right? And we know there are some women out here who have survived breast cancer. And if there is a young lady, a woman, somebody you know that's dear to you, a friend, that you feel like needs to have a little pick me up, I'm asking you to send me an email and tell me what makes this woman special to you. And when you send me that email this month, I'm going to make sure they get something special. Okay? It's going to be a nice little care package. But you got to send me an email. It's got to be a one pager, not too many lines, just a good paragraph. I don't want to read a book. I just want a good.
We don't have time to read books.
I just want a good paragraph on why you think this individual is special to you. So I'm asking you to send that email to number 2, a woman's heart @gmail.com. All right. We need these things because when you're dealing with cancer, especially women, whether it's breast cancer, whether it's ovarian cancer, whether it's pancreatic cancer, whatever it may be, a little pick me up does make a big difference. It may give them that little bit of something to push a little bit further. All right. So do that for me. Send me that email and nominate somebody, and I'm going to read them, and then I'll pick the one, and it may be two, that has maybe they're sitting in dealing with breast cancer, or maybe they are in remission. But send me a one pager, a good little paragraph, not a book, and let me know why that individual is special to you. And then we're going to be working on building these numbers up. So I'm working on, if everyone get me to a nice number on my social media outlets, there is going to be a nice little basket coming your way for the person who gets me to that 1,000
Mark,
mark.
can I get in it? Can I get in on that?
Whether it's on whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on YouTube, I want you to get me to that 1,000 mark. And whoever is that individual that gets me to that 1,000 mark, there's going to be a nice little surprise coming your way. All right. So make sure you follow us on all our social media outlets. That is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube. Send somebody to the social media outlet, like I said earlier in the broadcast. Yesterday, Facebook was down. A lot of y'all were struggling with y'all businesses to network with each other. But there is a social media outlet out there just for you. And it's called number 2 on womansheart.org. So sign up today and you won't have to worry about it next time. Don't let us put all our eggs in one basket. Spread them eggs out.
That's right.
And then go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and while you're over there, take somebody with you. All right. So for those who watch replay, I hope that you will take everything that has been said to heart. We need to make a difference. And like I said, on this platform, I encourage every woman that is following me, that has subscribed, that has been on all my social media outlets, to leave something that's motivational to other women, because I don't have to be the only one who leaves something that will enlighten someone's day. I want everybody to take a part in doing that, because it's a sisterhood, and with a sisterhood we all chime in together. And if you have information that you would like to share, send me an email. We can work it out, because we need to be informed as well. And then I was thinking, I was in the bathroom the other day, the Lord gave me this thing, to highlight a business once a month, a woman in business once a month, on all the social media outlets and even on the website. So if you are a woman and you have a business, send me an email and we're going to highlight you for 30 days.
30 days.
For 30 days.
Free advertising.
Free advertising. They get you what you need to get you started.
And
all
don't
right?
think you won't get recognized. You'd be surprised.
Because you will. You will.
You'd be surprised at who be's on these sessions, especially the playbacks.
Yeah, and we get hung up on numbers, but let's not get hung up on numbers. Let's get hung up on helping somebody genuinely. Let's get hung up on being good listeners, and let's be hung up on being good problem solvers. We know there are issues. Let's learn how to solve some problems and be supportive one to another. Let's be good at that, and let's take the negativity out of it, and the jealousy and the envy, and let's put that away, and let's positivity.
Do what we need to
Exactly.
make it do what it needs.
Exactly. All right. So I hope you enjoyed. And until we talk again. Now look, I got a niece, a great niece, that is raising money for her dance class. And tomorrow, I think I'm going to bring her on so she can talk about it. But I want y'all to support, because we talk about kids and how they hang in the street and how they do this and how they do that. But if they're doing something constructive that's going to make a difference, that'll keep them on the path they need to be, let's be supportive, okay? All right. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Until we talk again, tell the people about Linda. Tell them.
Bye. Hope you had a good one. Call.